going on YouTube? It's your boy Keith the Guy, and we got some fish to fry. And today I got some real exciting news for you boys and you girls. So recently I did a YouTube video on how to get that Hollywood film look using Dehancer. Now, a lot of you were complaining about Dehancer is a little bit too pricey and you guys are just kind of like beginners at it. And knowing that DaVinci Resolve is actually a free program, is there any alternatives to, getting that Hollywood film look without breaking the bank? Yeah, of course there is. There's always a workaround. And I'm going to show you guys the free way on how to get that Hollywood film look without the use of Dehancer. Now, I'm going to give you a forewarning. Dehancer has far more options than the options I'm going to show you today, but these options here are just as sufficient and you can utilize them and get some really great looks out of it. Now, I'm using a pretty big monitor right now, so you're probably not going to see the first thing I'm going to do. So I'm just going to tell you right now is to go to File, go to Project Settings, and let's skip on over to Color Management. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is choose the color science, which today is going to be DaVinci YRGB, and our timeline color space is going to be Rec 709 Gamma 2.4, since we're going to be posting this on the internet. Now, I already went ahead and did that, so I can't save, so I'm going to press cancel. So the first thing you're going to do is create 3 nodes. So Option S on the Mac. Now you're going to throw in this effect called Color Space Transform, and we're going to drag that onto not 1, but 2 of the nodes. Now with the first node, the first thing we're gonna do is actually put ourselves at a color corrected space. So we're gonna go ahead and pick whatever camera we utilize, which today I did the Canon R5, which is gonna be in Canon Cinema Gamut. Next, we're gonna change our input gamma to Canon Log 3, because that's what I shot it in. And you can change the output color space, but we already kind of did that in the settings, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyways to Rec 709 and then output gamma 2.4. Now that we got that adjusted, the next thing we're gonna do, which is super crucial because if you skip this step, your image is gonna look very weird. So the next thing we're gonna do in our second color space transform is put it back to log technically, and it's going to be Cineon film log. Now you're going to get this kind of washed out look, and that's exactly what we're aiming for. So I'm going to go ahead and rename this. So this is going to be regular color space transform, and then this is going to be our Cineon color space transform. And then with this third one, this is where the magic kind of happens. But before we do that, we actually got to jump back into Cineon and adjust some parameters here. So tick off use custom maxed output. And you're going to see it looks way more washed out, and change our gamma mapping method to saturation compression. Okay, so now that we got all that jargon out of the way, this is where the meat and the potatoes begin. And let's go ahead and name that to our film look. And then the next thing you're going to want to do is actually go to LUTs and then go into the film looks folder, which is provided to you for free by DaVinci Resolve. And then now you have all these film profile options to go through. Now I already know I'm going to be using this one right here, which is the 351 DCI D55, because I like that look for this particular image. And we're going to go ahead, turn off the LUTs folder so we can get more real estate. And that's basically it. Now, of course, you're going to want to adjust some exposures, probably get some saturation in there, and, change the greens and shifts and all of that. And the best way to do that is to actually do it before these 3 exit nodes. That's what we're going to go ahead and call them. So if you want to adjust some exposures and all of that, go ahead and just do them prior to these 3. And that is a great starting point. Hopefully this video was beneficial. And once again, 100%, this is for free. Of course, there's going to be quite some limitations, but if you wanted a free alternative way on how to get that Hollywood look without breaking the bank by purchasing third-party applications such as Dehancer, This is the proper and appropriate way to do it by utilizing the free LUTs provided by DaVinci Resolve. And basically that's it. We just fried some fish. My real name's Kit. That's it. Deuces.